Everything.
Just get out, Craig.
Yeah, there we go. So we're live. Great. So welcome to the Beaver Pumper Podcast. I'm here with Alan the Hitman Ford and bottom 8 contender Craig Soubliere, and of course the French arm wrestling king. So
what's up, King?
Hey.
It's all wrestling king, baby.
Yeah,
I love it.
This is a pretty exciting show. So, figure we may as well just get started with the bottom 8. Let's. What are your thoughts on the bottom 8? You figure.
Ask Craig because he's in it.
Ask Craig, yeah. So, what are your thoughts right now?
It's awesome.
So yeah. I think, of course, at the beginning it sort of like was a joke or whatever. But all jokes aside, for a guy like me at the level I'm at, it's really a unique experience that I'm able to compete and make some money, get paid to come to this event. I know a lot of people out there like hating, going, oh, they could spend, $2,000 on getting a huge super match. And, I get that, and we see that all the time. But for me, it's great because I get a chance at a rematch with a match that I lost 4 years ago to the month, when this event goes on to Big Evan. So I'm just focused on that. Like the tournament itself, I'm really not that I don't have respect for everybody there, but I'm just not looking at the tournament. I'm looking at my match with Evan, and I'm focused. I'm in the best shape of my life. Even though I just tore my bicep tendon, I tore it like 13 weeks ago, but I just had surgery. Unfortunately, with the holidays, it took a while, but like 7 weeks post surgery. But I've been training my right all through that, and I'll tell you, dealing with these injuries the last few years, I've just focused on training arm wrestling. So it's kind of helped me progress in the sport because this is my 6th year in the sport, and I'm just trying to translate it all. And Alan, I'm sure will be able to elaborate a little bit more, being a veteran of the sport. But it's to make those angles and get into those transitional situations that you need to get in arm wrestling. It's not just about being strong, and that was my whole philosophy. And I think that match with Evan 4 years ago taught me a lesson, because the first 2 matches I blew through him, and then of course, he made those transitions and I didn't. And unfortunately, I lost the match, and it was my very first super match. And then, so I've learned through that. But yeah, I'm just excited, man. I'm excited to compete. I'm excited to go to Canada and meet some awesome pullers that I normally would never get a chance to meet and see, and
for sure.
And I'm excited about the platform. I think it gets amateur guys a little bit maybe more excited about the sport too, because they can look at I can only speak for myself, but they can look at someone like me and go, hey, I can get into the sport. I might not be an elite puller, but I can actually compete and have fun. And there's a place for those guys that Garvey has that ranking section, his 1 to 5, and I'm sure he puts me at a 1, but whatever I get to travel and compete and, get to that next point in my arm wrestling career, so I'm excited about the whole setup. It's got good exposure. A lot of the guys that are in the event have a good social media, millions of, views. I love what Pound for Pound's doing. Ryan's got that, just blowing up. Yeah. So we're getting videos now that get 50 to a million likes or views, which we weren't getting a couple months ago. Awesome.
So, it's been seeming to explode.
The more elite guys.
Yeah. I mean, even with Artem with his Top Roll King productions, and it seems like there's just a lot of awesome content coming out. It's nice to see.
Yeah, I was really surprised to see how huge this is becoming, just on social media, because I'm kind of not as active in the sport lately. Kind of took a step back for a little while, and when I saw this start popping up everywhere, I'm like, what is it? I didn't even really know. I know the guys, but I just don't follow everything as closely as I used to. Yeah. And I was like, this sounds huge. And then with the top 8 going at the same time, and of course Devin comes up with something like the bottom 8, and it's it's got a lot of momentum for sure, man. Like, and like you were saying about the amateurs, it's going to be awesome for them to see a huge production like that. Like, because it's going to be a big production, I mean, not in the sense like, big movie thing, but like these are some top level guys going at it. Like they're going to bring their A game for sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's great to see. I know that like you'd had some injuries like a while back too, right, Alan? I'd seen that. I've been kind of going over, kind of creeping your Facebook and creeping your like some of the different videos and stuff, and
that's
pretty cool. Yeah,
20 cents a week.
What's that?
I pay him 20 cents a week. In 5 weeks, he gets a coffee.
Go team.
Yeah, no, I know. I had that elbow surgery a way back, and I came back, and it felt amazing. It was like I got my childhood back again. Like it was so fresh, and everything was just smooth and fluid moving again. Yeah. And I got right back into it and started kicking butt again, and it felt great. But then when some of the bigger leagues kind of fell away, I was at the point where I wanted to go where the money was, basically. If someone's going to pay to fly me somewhere or something, that's awesome. I want to do that. I want to travel. I didn't even care if I was making money as long as, at least my expenses were paid for or something like that. And it was there for a while, and then things kind of fell apart, and I just didn't really want to go back to the whole tournament thing. Like I've been doing this for a long time. Like I was adding it up before, and I think 25 plus years on and off, and so I've traveled a lot of places. I don't have a place to put all my trophies, but like I have boxes and boxes of trophies, even like the old ones with the metal arms on them, that people are always looking for. I took them all off when I moved and brought them with me. Like it was more about the competition than anything for me. I just loved that part of it for sure. That's what, and the camaraderie with the guys, man. Like arm wrestling is like an unbelievable sport, and it's still totally in my heart. And I'm actually with this whole bottom 8 thing, I was like, dude, I gotta go to this tournament. I want to see it. I want to see it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you possibly even compete in it. Like we'll see what happens, but.
Hey, for sure. Well,
not in the bottom 8, but like the open competition anyway.
Yeah. I'm thinking of doing the open too. So I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Is there a problem there? Does people they want to join? I'm not sure if they could join. Like there's some things coming up saying this guy wants to join. He wants like a request. Is it set up right?
Oh, that part is just it's just the joining of the group. Some people want to join the group. Some are liking the page. And the ones that are requesting to join the group, well, other members of the group can accept their requests, or I'll probably go in after the show and accept them too, because we have a group and page set up. Yeah, because we're trying to make this a little bit of a platform for like the Canadian, the Canadian guys, and have like a place to ask their questions too, and to kind of build up a bit of a let them ask questions and let them have a voice, right? I think it's great.
I'm glad you're doing it because like there was some other people, I can't remember their names, but they used to do stuff like this too, and it kind of disappeared. So I'm talking about you, Craig.
Yeah. I found when Hand Control took over and they were doing their thing, I got kind of bored with it because I did like 300 and some shows. I interviewed everybody, yourself included. And it was great. It was great because it was like gave me an idea, kind of a platform to pick the brains of the pros and figure out what people were doing as far as training, and also give a little platform, which at that time really Arm TV faded out. There was really nothing going on. But now it's like on another level. It's really cool to see pound for pound. You mentioned Artem. Joseph Drellick, he's got a channel. I mean, you got like 5 or 6 good channels here that are just promoting the sport. And, I got to say, I'm glad to see Alan back. Man, I know when I first got into the sport, he was one of the guys I kind of kept an eye on, not in the same weight class, but I just was a fan. I'm still a fan, but was a fan when he was pulling in the matches with Todd Hutchings and beating RVJ. I mean, that's the elite level. And you see what those guys are now. And then with you coming back, it's really cool to hopefully see you shake up the mix a little bit.
Yeah. Those guys, yeah. Sometimes I see that stuff and I'm like, yeah, I beat those guys before. You know, it's just, it's weird. It is really weird. And yeah, I want to be there again for sure. Like I said, I can't get it out of it's in my heart for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What about you, David? What are you feeling about this bottom 8?
About, like, a lot of the bottom 8 guys are thinking this guy doesn't belong here. And really, I don't. I don't have what you have or Greg has or Gobby has. I don't. I was an arm wrestler since I was 19 years old. I did my college arm wrestling. I came first in Northern College in Kirkland Lake. I came second place in the Tri-Towns, which is all the way back to Timmins. And I went 100 matches undefeated. I arm wrestled everybody in the school. I made money. I was benching 350 at 145 pounds. I was like a real, like, all body. I got legs like Mary Poppins, you know, but
perfect.
Yeah,
perfect for the sport.
Yeah. Missed leg day, but his arm day.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna put the sunglasses on out of respect for the Hitman.
All right.
That's right. Time to do the glasses. There we go.
Yeah, and I'm gonna.
Sorry, I don't have any.
Me either. I'm sorry, dude.
I have to make up for your loss of glasses.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
There we go. I got it covered. I got it covered there. Okay, Spider style.
About like my training right now, I'm getting trained by a local legend, Neville Beachey, and he trained, like I said,
me,
Willie Conrad, the Hitman Ford here. He did some stuff with Boyce and a lot of local guys, and he won several. I don't know what rankings, but they're world champions. He's 76 years old now. And I think he might be the strongest 76-year-old you'll ever meat. Like
you should see this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shape he's in.
His forearm's longer than my cock. All right, that's what people think. Okay. Anyways, I was doing comedy because I'm a comedy guy. I love arm wrestling, but I'm a comedy guy. And I can see why Devin got me in there because I'm funny. You need some characters. You can't, he could have got a million arm wrestlers with more experience than me, but he wanted to have a bit of spice to it, I think. And I'm working my ass off. I've been pumping Beaver. That's not a joke. I pump Beaver. I've been pumping Beaver for over a year before this. I flirted around with bodybuilding when I was young, but Neville Beachey has taught me how to take the hand, and that's all we're working on. How to take a person's hand. And he told me the first time yesterday, Dave, you stand a chance. The first 4 times he said, you're overtraining, you're getting weaker. He told me, stop training now. He said, you have to rest your ligaments. You have to rest them. I just want to work out. I was pumping Beaver 600 reps. 60-pound Beavers.
Yeah, they're not light, eh? Yeah.
Just keep going. Like, until my arm's burning. If I throw it down. I got no cables. I got no bench press. I got nothing. Neville gave me a set of 40-pound dumbbells. He gave it to use these, and he gave me this thing that steel thing with the big round thing on it for my, for this. So I'm like, what the hell's going on in my life?
Dave, that's really good. That's really good that you're working on the top roll part of it, because that'd be probably the only part that you're missing if you're in the old school arm wrestling at all. It was all pressing and hooking and stuff like that, like the burn and turn kind of thing. Like it just was that kind of motion. So adding a top roll to what you got already is gonna definitely help you a lot.
Like he says, I have the power. I have an upper body of about a 240-pound guy. Like my legs, like I said, are small, eh? I got a big girth here, big neck, big girth, a lot of power.
What do you weigh?
Right now I weigh 165 pounds.
I actually thought you were heavier than that too. Yeah.
That's with
no legs.
No legs.
If I take off,
he's a perfect arm wrestler.
I want to take him off every 3 weeks. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at here is that Juji Mufi, whatever your name is, the king, see this? I fucking see you. And
this isn't the romper room.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Juji doesn't know what's coming.
Respect to you, buddy. Respect.
We got us northern guys.
I'm done for now. I just wanted to say thank you to Devin Larat and I'm not going to disappoint. I'm going to win. I'll let you guys talk now. Thanks.
I hope you do. I would love to see you kick his ass. I think a lot of people would. It'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think
was going to quit if Neville's daughter beat me. Then I was going to go, holy fuck, But I beat the girl, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
That was always my favorite people to beat were the big bodybuilders. We go to have tournaments in different spots, and these big, huge guys would come up, and everybody would be like, "Oh my god!" And then little skinny me would come up and be like, "Oh yeah." I would just forget what I was looking at and smash them, and people were always like taken back by it, right?
Full story again. Neville said a couple years ago he was at a meet, and Mike Gold was there. You know Mike Gold?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys know him, of course. And anyways, he looked in the crowd. He says, "No one beat me in this whole room except that old guy there, Neville Beachey." Neville beat him when he was 17 years old.
Really? I didn't know that.
Another story.
Wow.
Stories here, boys. Neville,
that's awesome.
Neville, he knows it's John Brzezinski. He knows for Devin Larat. He's been everywhere, and I'm honored to work out with him. Thanks.
He's one of the best for sure.
Yeah, 76 years old. He made a lot of people in this tournament.
Yeah, very possible for sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
Sorry.
Oh no.
So formal.
I know. Yeah.
As I'm sweating, I forgot to take off my long johns.
Hey, well, you don't have to keep the hat on the whole show. An hour there, you're gonna get filled up. There we go. Yeah, there. Now we're blinded by the light. There we go. Oh, the Mad Dog.
My Mad Dog later.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to elaborate on the Kings matchup because I think it's really a great matchup because you got Juju. He doesn't really know how to arm wrestle. He's a big, strong guy, just like Alan was saying. Like I was one of those guys come to the, it's 255, 21-inch arms, and people were like, "Oh my God, this guy's going to destroy everyone." And I got destroyed by guys like Alan's size, experience, and it really humbles you. And then you go back to work and you're like, "Yeah, these guys crushed me," and they go, "Oh, he must have been so huge." I'm like, "No, he actually wasn't." So people's perception of arm wrestling is totally to the public, unless you're in the sport and have some background. You think it's the biggest and strongest. I mean, you look at Devin when he beat the Mountain, everybody freaked out, but you knew that was going to happen. Alan knew that was going to happen. I mean, we all knew that was going to happen because he's the king of the sport, right? I mean, but the thing about the King here in this matchup, great philosophy, take his hand. Word on the street from some guys that I pull with that practice pulled or were on the side table with him. He has a vulnerable hand, even though he does these grip training, but it doesn't help your hand because we want to cup, and we don't want to hold on so I think that's a great philosophy, for you to go in there. And I really hope you upset him, man. I think that would be awesome. I think that would be just mind blowing for the sport because people, like you said, they think you're going to break your arm, which I don't see that happening. I mean,
if I do, I could play ice hockey and break my arm. I could fall my
exactly.
I'm living my life.
Yeah, that's good, man. So that means you're going into it full tilt. You don't give a shit, right? And that's same as me, man. That's how I've beaten so many people. I'm like at a practice table, everybody beats me, but I go to a tournament, I'm willing to give it all. I don't give a shit if my arm falls off right there. I mean, I don't want it to happen, but in that moment, nothing's stopping me.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something to Alan. I want to ask you a question about when you came back from your injury with the elbow and stuff. Did you find it was a mental hurdle to get over with at the beginning?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Even having the surgery, guys, unlike you, I had a choice because it wasn't injuries as much as it was calcium deposits, and they were just getting into it was so painful. And I couldn't do a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do, and just positional and stuff like that. So even making the choice, because I didn't know what it was going to be like after the surgery. I don't know if I was going to be better or worse or the same. yeah, it didn't take very long, and I noticed right away that it was better, a lot better, and it was smoother. And then I was contemplating, like, hey, should I even, like, things are good now? Should I just leave it alone? Or should I not push it? But again, that stupid heart gets in there. The arm wrestling's in there, and I couldn't stop. And when I started really powering into it and feeling that pressure, and I'm like, oh my God, I can do this. You know what I mean? Once you'll find too, I think, once after you get into past the band work and all that stuff, and you can actually start putting some pressure where you feel like you're actually putting pressure, and it doesn't take very long. You start realizing that you're good. Things aren't going to break, and you can pressure up, and slowly by surely you'll just more and more pressure, and your head will catch up real quick.
And that's exactly how I felt when I broke my arm. It took me about 16 good months to feel comfortable again on the table, and then I didn't have but I find going through one injury kind of makes this one a lot easier, because I know the road to recovery. And a lot of people would say, why do you arm wrestle? You're hurting yourself. But, those are mistakes. The arm break, I do believe I wasn't even in a bad position. I just think it's one of those things that it can happen. You lit off, someone goes. But the bicep was totally a stupid air where my palm was flat, facing, the ceiling, and I was trying to pull up, and it's not a good position to be in. And you learn. So, it's one of those things. You live and learn, and then you come back stronger.
Yeah. That's the stuff that comes with experience, right? And you just won't pull in those positions the same way, you know what I mean? Or get out of those positions. Like, I don't know what I was going to say. Something about positions anyways. You just get, I don't know what happened. You just get your body, like right now, my arm, I don't believe I could ever break my arm. Like I'm sure I could physically, but in a match, I don't think it's gonna break. Like I've been doing it for so long. Either I'm going to, like, my mind is going to protect me in that situation, and it knows not to go there, kind of thing, or physically I've built up my bones so much that it's not going to happen. Do you know what I mean? So, and I think that comes with putting time in the sport. Like the King there, he's got a lot of time in the sport. People look at him, yeah, he's an old guy, but chances are his tendons are like fucking steel cables, and his bones are solid. Like there's nothing, that's not going to happen.
I've seen a lot of big, strong guys. They come trapping with me. I give them a 330 Connie Bear, and their hands, but they're strong, but the hand strength, to open up a it takes a lot of pressure. Then you got to hold it, and you got to flip the lock on it, and then do the other side. And then you got to take the beaver out, reset it, put it in. You do that 40, 50 times a day. Then you chisel.
And that's the other thing. You're going to have a lot more endurance too, because of all the years that you've put in.
I invited Juju to come trapping, but
he probably would.
Yeah. I think that'd make an awesome video. Him and Tom coming up and going out and can pump some beaver. That'd be awesome.
You know what's weird though, is when I pump my beaver, like when it's a big beaver, I do the back leg, and the leg's like a loose. It's loose because it's dead there. And you get a good pronation. Like you can really like there's nothing like it. You can't do that. Like
I find it so funny. You talking like that. I agree. I understand what you're saying for the most part, but any city dweller listening to you is going to be like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?"
Yeah. And like I said on my previous, my dad and mom were the fastest skinners in the world. The trophies are like they're here in North Bay. The fastest man skinner and woman skinner. My mom skinned 300 beavers a year, and they're both dead again. Wow. God bless them. But the hand power they had. I remember my Uncle Adler there. He's a little short guy like me, and he grabbed the weight scale with one hand and do 300 pounds.
Holy crap!
Oh wow!
Yeah, and he passed away too. But they were just strong people. Their hands were stronger than mine even, because all the wood was split by hand. There was no wood splitters. Everything was by hand. They're farmers, and that's why I'm doing this podcast. Is for the normal people. Sure, I like John Brzezinski. I like all these guys. but the normal people that arm wrestle. Everybody arm wrestles. There's the elite. I understand that. Like you guys are like you're up there. Like you know what I mean. But everybody arm wrestles.
Not me. Alan is. Don't put me in that same league, please.
You're on your way, Craig.
Yeah.
I don't even consider myself elite, really, but that's what I'm told anyway.
Well, I know one thing, that Craig is going to win, and Lorette is going for Craig. I heard him say it. Yeah, he thinks.
I think he changed his mind.
Well, he might, but he said it before.
I would like to elaborate on that. I mean, I'm going to win, of course. I just booked my flight and my trip last night. I'm pumped up. I've been training hard. I'm like, Evan's been talking mad crap for the last 4 years. This match was supposed to happen a couple times, and unfortunately, due to circumstances, I couldn't make it. But I'm glad that I'm coming to Canada. I'm coming into hostile territory. You know, I'm coming into his home ground. It pumps me up. I'm excited. I'm training hard. I know Evan hasn't really been on the table like competitively since last year, blowing his shoulders out. I'm glad that he is back to what he says 100%, because I'm just really looking forward to surprising some people. You know, I know a lot of guys out there think that I'm a one-dimensional hook puller, you know, but I've been learning. I've been practicing. I'm putting 2 days a week into table time. I'm working with some good guys that are really mimicking what I need to mimic in training, and you know, I'm coming to really bring it. You know, I'm really excited, and I'm just really, really focused on to this matchup, and then continue on. You know, I like to see some of these other matches. I'm interested in Gabi pulling Ryan Bowen.
Great match.
That should be a great matchup.
Oh, yeah.
And
they're pumping them up so much. That's why I love it when people get at it like that.
You want to take over here, Trev, and just ask the questions? Because I'd like to get a meltdown from each one of us on who's going to win.
Yeah. So you know, we got Gabi and Bowen, which is that awesome match. You know, like they're both, you know, everybody, you know, they're so well balanced. You know, like it's looking like you know, everybody's opinions are kind of evened out, and you know, and with you know, with each one, like it's nice to see that, like, you know, each matchup is like really well thought out, I think, you know, and like getting Juji and David, you know, like having the contrast of, you know, someone who's just out of the gym, like you said, Craig, like it's and then somebody who's worked with his hands his whole life. Like, you know, like there's gonna be you know,
there's definitely a difference for sure.
Yeah. And
well,
you know, you take a look at you know, Jonathan Laba, and like, you know, there's that whole thing with Artem, and some exciting news about that is that next week we're going to be having them on our podcast together. So it'll be our first time having contenders on the show, which I think would be pretty funny. Yeah. So, yeah.
Trev, just a quick question: is the app or is the video freezing up for you guys too?
Not for me. It's seeming all right from what I can tell. Yeah, there might have been a little bit of hiccups, but it could just be like the feedback of the feedback of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm hosting it from a pretty awesome internet connection. I got fiber and stuff, so it's pretty smooth on my side. It's seeming. So if there's any type of lag, a lot of times it'll just be sort of like, you know,
if mine slows down, it's because my wife's not pushing a generator enough.
Yeah. Pedal faster.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Didn't hear that. Anyways.
Yeah.
Right. So what's your state on the matches? Like these two.
So these are my predictions. I'll go with Gabi and Ryan. I really like. Chris is kind of downplaying his right arm, and I think that with his experience, and I think if he turns Ryan in, which, I mean, Ryan's the taller, like, you know, has the longer lever, more of a top roller. says he's going to rise and, you know, take Chris's hand. But if Chris can get into the hook, even a turn in, even carved in a little bit, I think that his bicep is going to be stronger than Ryan's. I hear Ryan doesn't really have much of a hook from the guys that practice. You know, this is after tournaments or after pulls, and I know it's slow pulling and stuff, but, you know, these guys that, you know, I get this feedback from, I really, if I was Gabi, I really wouldn't be worried if I was able to turn into a hook. So with that being said, you know, I think Chris is taking this seriously. He's training, you know, and I think he's one of those like quiet warriors. You know what I mean? You know, he's always working hard and pushing himself, and I think this is
no, he's not quiet at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, as far as his training, you know, of course,
you're right.
The king of trolls.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like I noticed a couple drop off here, so I'm just going to take a look. There we go. Okay, so it looks like it's just us for now, Alan. I'll get them to go reconnect to their. Oh, okay. Looks like we had a full drop off. Just give me one moment. Like we're getting some. Oh, do that. Drop this one out. There we go.
Did we lose everybody?
We did. I think the
looked like a game was going to happen.
Yeah, something caused a little bit of a hiccup there. Sorry for all the viewers that are watching live, but hey, we're back up. Good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just saying, like Alan was saying, you know, Gabi's not quiet. Of course, he's the king of trolling, but the thing is I think he's taking this seriously. There's money involved. I mean, you know, there's $2,000 in prize money for first place, and they're having a super match left-handed. So I think
heard there's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
they're talking about a gold coin now.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
They put some of their own money on the line and everything. Yeah, like that's.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Gabi. I'm gonna go 3-1. I think he's going to win.
Holy, so precise.
Yeah, that's me.
Your head going down there. Put your head up.
What's that?
Your head's got to go up a bit, like your camera's going down.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Perfect.
Good.
Okay, what about the other matches?
So your match, I think you're going to win. You're going to beat Jube. The hand is going to be bigger, stronger. I think you're going to surprise him. If he shows, I don't even know if everybody's going to show. Everybody talks about me not showing. Let me just say on record, I have my plane, hotel, everything's taken care of. I'm going to be there. I mean, that's going to be the excuse. So, but as far as everybody else, I don't know. There's alternates. Big Frank's going to be there. I don't know what's going on as far as everybody else, but I think you're going to win that match. Labba and Artem's going to win that match easy. And then me and Evan's that's really going to be the telltale of the whole tournament, how that goes. If I can, whoever gets the less damage leaving that match will be, you know, I think will be the favorite. I don't see anybody beating us in that class. So.
Yeah.
But that depends on how much damage we take. I mean, you know what I mean? The last time we had a really good matchup, but the thing about that matchup was I was so inexperienced, and the whole game has changed. I mean, for me, so the strap game is different. My angles are different. I know how Evan pulls. I know he's really vulnerable with those shoulders that were tore. You know, I don't wish anyone get injured, but I'm blowing through those shoulders. And right now, I mean, I'm the strongest I've ever been. my IQ on the table is getting a little bit better. I mean, that's the real thing, because if I can't transition my strength on the table, it's useless. You know, like we talked earlier about these big bodybuilders or powerlifters, they can't transition the angles. So training the last year has been just getting stronger in arm wrestling angles, you know, pronation, the supination.
Table time's key for sure.
And that's the key. You're right. Twice a week, I've been doing table time. You know, that's the key. And really, I got some smart guys that I train with that their IQ's a little bit, you know, above mine with arm wrestling, and they're showing me how to make better transitions. And over the last month or so, I've really had those aha moments in training where I'm like, oh, this is what I need to do. And I'm really, I really feel great, man. I feel great. I'm confident. And, you know, and I'll be the smaller guy this time. You know, when I arm wrestled with Evan last time, I was 275. I'll be like I'm 235 now. And I think I'm just going to float right here. No sense of losing any more weight, even though my mission is to get down to 200 and compete at that kind of class. But
yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, he's 300 right now. So but I don't think he's in shape. I know he's an intelligent arm wrestler. I'm not taking that away, but I just don't think he's ready for what I'm going to bring. I really honestly don't this time. And I feel like I could have beat him last time. It was just inexperience and the endurance factor. You know what I mean? I blew through him in the hook twice. And then I played that stupid stretch out strap game, which I'll never get in that position again, you know, to be mocked and humiliated. You know what I mean? That's just not going to happen. So
yeah.
He talks about breaking my thumb and making me quit and talking all kinds of smack on Facebook and stuff. And that's, you know, like Thursday night when they come on here, they're going to talk about how I'm a drug addict and I'm stupid and whatever.
Oh.
And that's fine and dandy, because that's how they like to project themselves. And that's great, because you know what? It just pumps me up to train. I'm not going to miss a workout. I'm not going to miss a meal. I'm sleeping. I'm taking this seriously. This is, to me, the Super Bowl of arm wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, everybody else would be like, why are you putting so much effort into this? Because this is an opportunity where I had an injury this year that I thought, you know what? Maybe arm wrestling's not for me. Why am I keep destroying my left? And then all of a sudden, Devin gives me this opportunity on this platform to really blow up. You know what I mean? If I win this tournament, there's going to be millions of people that are going to view that. It's going to be all over social media. And the biggest loudmouths in arm wrestling, Chris Nobby and Evan Borgi, those two, they're not going to be saying anything. They're not going to be saying anything.
Nope.
You know what I mean? They're going to be saying nothing. They're going to say nothing.
They will be still saying stuff. Don't worry.
Of course they will. Of course they will. It just sounds better now. But you know what? It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's you know, all BS aside, we all love the sport of arm wrestling, and I'm just really I'm really honored to be picked on the bottom 8, and I'm looking forward to meeting Alan, you know, in person and picking his brain.
Oh, I gotta go now.
See, so But you know, there's we've
met before though.
I know, but that's tournament wise, and you were like, you know, getting ready, and I still have I have the high hooker shirt. So.
Oh yeah.
yeah. The medium.
I'm with you guys on everything, except I think Lab is going to surprise people. He's 300 pounds. He's going to flop press, and he's going to pull through the top roll. I think he's too big for Artem.
I agree too. I think he's going to give him more than people are giving credit for.
Yeah,
for sure.
I got the same problem with Juji. He's gonna flop press me, and I'm learning how to take down the flop press from.
He's not
fingers.
gonna.
Yeah, move up the fingers.
Yeah,
like Neville says, you got to take the fingers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think all these matches are a lot closer than what people think, actually. Because everybody, just the way everything balances out. We always just talk about the trifecta of arm wrestling. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that before. You know, like you have 3 people. I can beat Joe, and Joe can beat whoever. I don't know who the other guy. but the other guy can beat me. So it just goes like that. So it really depends on there's so many factors in the sport, like, and everybody's got their own strengths in this for sure. And I don't think any of these matches are going to be too one-sided. I think there's going to be some really good matchups in every one. There's going to be. I'm hoping that nobody's going to have anything left at the end, and it'll be hilarious watching everybody with dead arms trying to arm wrestle each other.
That would make it entertaining. Yeah.
I'm bringing my beaver balls.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's gonna have the beaver balls.
Balls in. Balls out. Get your balls.
Balls in.
Balls
in.
Balls out. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
You know that song, Alan?
I heard it once on a video. Yeah.
Yeah.
How to do it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, we're getting as much hits as the top 8. The bottom 8 is snowballing faster than the top 8.
I know.
Social media.
It's crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's funner, and it's entertaining. There's power. There's everything all in one ball.
I think it was really good timing too. Everything was timed really well. Even you guys with this podcast is going to be. It's good timing. Everything's coming together real great.
Oh, for sure.
I spoke with a couple of big names, and they agreed that they want to come in on it.
Nice. Good job.
One of the names is Paul Lynn's going to come in on it, and I got a couple other guys, and we'll have these guys back again.
Yeah.
Want to come back, So I'm just hoping everybody has fun. So.
Yeah. I think it's not hard to do with all of us here. Yeah.
So Alan, if you pull in the tournament, what class are you going to pull in?
I actually got on the scale this morning because it's in my head. I'm thinking, and I was like 205.
Okay.
I've been really light actually. That was me dressed and everything. So I've been under 190 recently actually. So I don't even know what the weight classes are.
Okay.
It doesn't really say anything on the website. I was just trying to find out. So depending on what the weight classes are, I'll be in there somewhere.
Cool.
No, I'm not pulling amateur. I know that.
No.
There's no amateur, right?
No, I don't think so.
It's just going to be an open class and then the bottom 8.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the bottom 8 starting the show and then the tournament's going. It's going to be the first free tournament, basically. There's no entry fee.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so awesome. So I think Devin's showing us a little bit about arm wrestling and how he can have a tournament, still make a little bit of money and not charge the arm wrestlers. I mean, I don't know. That's a pretty unique opportunity for all of us.
Well, it's about getting the sponsors fired up too, right? So as we are all getting fired up, seeing all this stuff on social media, it makes it a lot easier to go to a sponsor and be like, "Hey, look at this! Look at how many hits we have! Look what's going on! Like this is going to be really big," and people are more apt to do that now.
Yeah,
it's not like what it was years and years ago. People would throw money at this kind of thing. It's really tough to get money for this. So when you find a good sponsor, it definitely makes it
helps. Yeah,
for sure.
Well,
I know over the years putting on tournaments, I've put on quite a few tournaments in North Bay and stuff like that, and I did a lot of footwork, man. Like I didn't want just your normal tournament, like you just get your medal or whatever. I would go literally door to door and see what people could give, or just and at the bare minimum, at least they were aware that it was going on in our community, right? And I'd hit the radio and I'd hit the newspaper and all that stuff just to get it out there.
Promotions, yeah.
It's all the work. Eh?
Oh yeah. Well, it's nice to see that.
Big match coming up in between Devin and Todzilla. Any think about that?
This is one of those moments where like you guys talk about me, we're like, oh, he's elite, and I'm like, I don't see it. I go to a tournament just like anybody else, and I think. No, I know. Listen, I'm gonna do it.
Sorry.
I go to these tournaments and I think anybody here has a chance to beat me. Like I'm scared of everyone. I don't ever walk into a tournament going, yeah, I beat all these guys before. It's going to be a cakewalk. And you ask any of my friends, anybody who's on my team, I'm shitting my pants. Like, I'm like, oh my God, look who's here, look who's there. And they're like, whatever, man. Anyway, same thing with Todd. Like, I'm like, I've beat him before. I mean, whether he had his excuses or whatever, I don't care. I mean, I know that I've beat him at one point, one match, and as far as I know, I was the last person to beat him. But
wow.
Amazing. Yeah.
But to see Devin, who I've been training with for years and years and years, outside of Neville, Devin was my other biggest driver in the sport. Really, he's the one that got a fire under my ass and made me look up to him. I can't touch Devin. Obviously, I can't touch Todd anymore either, because last time we pulled, he just crushed me. It's going to be a good match, like a very good match. I think they're a lot closer than probably, again, what anybody's giving credit for. I know Devin will not underestimate anybody, but I hope he doesn't underestimate Todd, because he's got some pretty crazy tools in his chest there. Especially that one where you think you're going to beat him and he still has some kind of control and he doesn't go down. Like, it's crazy.
The endurance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the endurance is crazy on him.
Yeah.
What's that?
I thought somebody asked. Craig, what do you think about that match? See what he thinks.
Oh, man, I'm super excited. That's going to be an awesome matchup. I was just watching when I was training tonight. I had the WAL when Todd was pulling Marcio, and the no hand side pressure, just commitment. I mean, Devin talks about that commitment where you make that commitment and you just, you're hoping the other guy's not willing to break his arm, and Todd's that guy. Not that he's going to break his arm, but he's just fully committed to whatever, and that side pressure. But with Devin's tools, I mean, it could go either way. It's really a hard matchup to call. I'm a fan of both. I'm looking forward to it. Like Alan said, does Devin take Todd lightly? Because, pulling Dennis, going home, after losing to Dennis, and then, kind of reevaluating himself. Is this a step down? Does he think this is a step down, or is he taking Todd seriously? Because I know Todd's coming at a huge weight, 230 plus.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So it's really hard to say. But I'm looking forward to that matchup. That's one of that matchup and the RVJ matchup I'm really looking forward to.
There's a guy. I love that guy. RVJ. Yeah, he's an awesome guy. Todd. Back to Todd though. He thinks. Like, it's back to timing, I should say. It's perfect timing. Like, Toddzilla couldn't pick a better time. He's coming off of a win of Marcio there, and Devin's coming off some losses, and it is perfect. He just sees an opportunity, he goes for it. I don't know. I'm glad they gave him this opportunity. It's going to be one of those really anticipated matches. I think a lot of people are really, really going to want to see this for sure.
And I think Devin has to win. If he loses, it'll be 3 super matches in a row. Like, that's unheard of. Yeah. It's like, and then the voices are coming in going, hey, is this it? Is he declining? And
it's a lot of pressure for sure.
So I think maybe with the added pressure, that might be an advantage for him. I don't know, but I think that match is really one of those you got to win it to be taken serious. Because if he loses to Todd, that whole Dennis match in the future, if Dennis can, continue on being healthy. And, that being said, there was some big news in the top 8 where Dennis has got looks like kidney issues. That's not going to be able to compete. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah. But, if Devin loses to Todd, that match is, no one really wants to see that because he's just so far away then.
There's one match I really liked in the last week or so was the Paul Lynn one, where he beat Mosier. Yeah.
I actually didn't see that one.
That was an amazing match. The Paul Lynn, he's just amazing. Like that was a good match.
That would be a good matchup, though.
Dude, that was great, Alan. You would like that kid, man. He would be a great Oh,
I'm aware
opponent.
of him. I know who he is.
No.
I know who both those guys are.
Yeah, he's 3 years in the sport. Really intelligent, really strong. Got an athletic background. Really well-spoken kid. Yeah, man, he's really just Arnold victory. Last year he got smoked. Of course, you're pulling Craig Soubliere and all those top guys. I mean, he was making a joke on Arm Hub last week. He was saying that Denise didn't even know he was at the tournament last year. She thought this was his first year. So, he didn't make an impression, but this year he definitely made an impression. And I hope WAL, gives him a call and matches him up with one of the, top guys around that 200 range.
Those are the guys that scare me now, being at the age I'm at, and that's kind of part of the reason why I'm backing away from the sport. All these guys coming out of the woodwork, these young friggin' studs, man. Like, we got one here. I don't know if you guys haven't heard of him, then you probably should have.
Olivia.
Shit, I'm having a brain fart right now.
From
our
Oliver, is it Oliver or Olivia?
Olivier, Oliver, Olivier, he's definitely one of them.
It looks like his connection dropped off. Okay.
Well, anyways, gonna wait to see if he comes back.
Yeah. I'm just watching for him to come back.
Yeah. Anyways, there's some big matches in the future. There's a Milkman with Devin too. Also, he's got a match with the Reacher. I don't know what this. The Reacher? He's got long fingers there? No. I've been following Devin, trying to keep up on his, but he's got a lot of matches coming up. You have to give it to Devin, though. He stays in the sport. He keeps on wrestling,
Oh, yeah.
So, anyways, Craig, thank you so much for having me on your podcast. On your podcast like a few weeks ago.
Oh, that live? Yeah. That was fun, man. I had a great time.
You were amazing. You treated me like gold, and I really enjoyed it. That was my first time ever on something like this. So,
yeah,
you have to have respect for the king. You know what I'm saying? So,
the king is very respectful to you.
Oh. There we go. We got him back.
All right, cool.
So, yeah, there we go.
Boom, baby.
There we go. We're back.
Sorry, I totally lost you.
It's all good.
Yeah.
You guys there?
Yeah. Yep. You're back on.
Yeah.
We're here.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, we're here.
Oh, he dropped off again. Maybe he's having some
dial-up
issues with the internet or something. Yeah, dial-up issues. Yeah.
Somebody might be on the internet at his house.
Yeah. That's one of the things
that'll draw
that does happen, right? So okay, let's see here. Looks like okay. There. I think you're back.
Yeah. Did we lose everybody?
No. He just dropped off.
Because I only see you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, just probably like lag or internet issues or something there. But
it's probably my server.
Oh yeah, no worries. Like it's just
yeah. See him, so you can still talk.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was having a brain fart. I just went to a huge fundraiser for Brendan Lemon Mulvihill.
Oh,
Brendan. Yeah.
So, Brendan, he came to us when he was about, I think he was 18 or so, and started training with us. And I kind of took him under my wing. He had a very similar style to me. He's very talented on his own. He learned really quickly, and we got him a little bit focused there. He was a little bit not focused, but then we got him hooked on the sport, and now he's unbelievable, man. Like, I can barely touch this guy. He's definitely a guy to look out for. You're gonna see his name out there a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree 100%, man. I'm a huge BLM fan. And him and like Paul Lynn, those are the new breeds of elites coming up, man. And they're hungry. And it's really cool to see. And I see really huge things from him, with his big matchups coming up. He's got that big, huge guy that he's arm wrestling here, shortly. You know that guy, Alan? It's like a 400-pound guy.
I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
Yeah. But anyway, that's a big challenge. But every time I see the kid pull, he always wins. So it's, it's unbelievable. He's
got some fire in him, that's for damn sure.
And how old is he still? Like 21?
22, I think he said.
Yeah, so it's still a young kid, man.
I thought he was even younger than that. Like the amount and he's so focused, man. This kid, he's trained. So he comes to practice, trains. He'll work out, come to practice, train with us, and then he'll go home and work out more. Like we again, he's one of those guys with tell him, take it easy, like relax. You don't want to overtrain because that's just as much of a bad thing as not training, really.
Mm-hmm. He's one of those people that stand like his tendons can handle it.
I guess so. He's building them real good now, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anybody talking to us on the chat there?
Okay, I don't know if it's gonna take a look. It does. I see some comments on Facebook. Okay, we see all four. There we go. Oh, I got my daughter here. Oh. And then we got, comment from Facebook. Someone tell Craig to wipe his mouth. He's drooling again. I don't know.
Yeah,
I wonder who that is.
Hear themselves talk
probably Gobby, right?
Sorry, Gobby. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. The meth is wearing off. Shoot.
Hey, there we go. Some people saying hi. Oh yeah, there's definitely some comments. So there we go. No questions from the crowd yet.
Of course,
but we do see. Yeah,
we're too smart.
We do have. Yeah. That's awesome, though. I know that this is our first ever broadcast, so I mean, we're gonna have probably some we're at 7 viewers right now, which I think is great for our first show. But once things are out in the wild and put onto YouTube and everything else too, and it'll get more people aware, right?
9. We have 9 now. They're probably 7,
jumped up.
7 of them are Gobby's troll accounts.
Yeah. Just like auto spam messages. Yeah. It's like just dumb.
Crazy.
I will still say 999.
Yeah.
Yeah. During the test feed, that's what it says. 999, right? Yeah, you laugh too. Everybody's like,
8, that's not bad because I got 8 cousins.
There you
go. Yeah. Oh. Ask Alan why he gets everything wrong. How about that?
Everything wrong. I'm really, really bad with names, and then especially when I'm like in a panic, I just have a total brain fart. It could be my mother, and I'd forget her name.
I do the same thing. Yeah. Guilty. I think it's everybody. There we go.
That was probably Brendan that asked that, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're getting... Craig is such a loser. He can shut up. No one wants to hear from him. Wonder who that is again.
Oh, is that Bourgeon guy? Is that Bourgeon guy?
Yeah. Bad company there, yeah.
Bad company.
Yeah, and then we got another one saying that we're shy. I don't know who that is. It doesn't put the names with my feed here. So
that's too bad.
I don't know. Yeah, if I went and put it on my computer and went to the live stream off my computer, I bet you I can get the names. So I'll take a quick peek. You guys go ahead there for a sec. I'll see if
I don't know why I can't see you guys. So if you're making faces at me, then
okay.
The King's pumping beaver.
Yeah.
I just took my Viagra. It takes a half an hour.
All right. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. We got some viewers. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's opening up.
The format's okay, but it should show, like the live one that he had on, it shows the stuff always coming up when there's something.
Yeah. I know. I think that right on screen updates.
I'm sure you guys will figure it out. It's probably a few options.
Yeah. And it could also be like, let's see. Just taking a quick peek. Now I can write on-screen updates. Let's see here. Crawler. Ah, there we go. Show. There. We got a little crawler set up. So
yeah, we're doing
like
yeah.
I can't see any of the stuff that you guys are seeing. Like, it still says 999 people. I can write a message.
There we go. See, I wrote a message. Hey, that worked. Okay. There. Yeah, we get to tinker on our first broadcast.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, we just got this going. Did our little test yesterday and everything else, and made sure everything's working. And yeah, we'll get all this ironed out. I know that some of them like it's one of those like subscription based softwares, and there's some different steps that you get. And right now we're doing the trial, so yeah, we take what we can get right now, right? Yeah.
The Facebook one, I think it's a bit better, but it's hard to get the 4 people on it.
Yeah, no, it only works one-on-one with Facebook's
Yeah.
built-in
The
one.
that
So
you had, Craig, was pretty good. The one-on-one there that you did.
Yeah. No, it worked out good. I think my connection was a little sour, but
yeah.
Okay, so
So,
take a peek.
do you guys think this will happen like every year now, or is this going to be just a one-year thing? This bottom 8.
so I've been hearing that now. There's some groups out there that want to get the middle 8. So they
Yeah, I
have
heard
the
that too.
bottom 8, the middle 8, and then the top 8. So the winner of the bottom 8 gets to go to the middle 8, and then the middle 8 winner gets to go to the top 8. So
Wow.
And who's planning on doing the middle 8? Who was talking about that? I can't remember.
I think I saw a couple people were posting it from maybe it was like from overseas, maybe like the Asian group. I saw like a couple of the Chinese pullers talking about it. So I don't know if they were just making a joke about it, but then other people were elaborating and thinking that would be a good tier system. So
Yeah,
Makes sense.
But-
I think it was just
Yeah.
a joke at the time.
yeah, it's a joke.
but
It was
this
a joke.
at the time.
It was a joke.
The bottom
But
eight
I'm sure
was-
that's how the bottom 8 started too.
I know.
Yeah. A lot of stuff starts out as jokes, like, here,
Yeah, I got
hold
a
my
question.
drink,
So-
Yeah.
Something that I don't know is it just normal arm wrestling format for this bottom 8? Bottom 8, it's not the freedom style, right?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay, because Devin is talking about doing freedom for the tournament, though, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I heard the same thing actually, and I just got one of the guys I just started pulling with a group here, local group in Sudbury, and Brad Wade was kind of filled me in on the freedom, and I'm like, that sounds really cool, because like to me, like immediately you associated with like the arm sumo, because I watched the video of Devin going out to Japan and doing that, and it looked amazing. I'm like, that's really cool, like. And
we did a tournament. He actually did a tournament in that same bar. Was it last year? I think it might have been last year. Anyway, and it was freedom style, and I love it. I honestly do love it. Surprisingly, because I really like the rules of arm wrestling too, and like it being fair and just that my ready go. But the freedom, it just adds so much more. It's like a full body thing. Like a lot more opportunity to get injury, I think. Although no one did, but and he actually, I don't know whatever happened with it, but Devin did a video, we went into a what do you call it? Where they film people.
Yeah.
Studio.
Like a studio, yeah.
Into a studio. We went into a studio and did a whole tournament. There was 6 or 8 of us, 8 matches on freedom style, and it was pretty cool. Like, I thought it was going to become something huge, but he just kind of backed off on it, I guess, with some of the stuff he had going on.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody who hasn't seen that yet, it's very interesting. It's a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah,
Craig, you'll probably do really well at it too, Craig.
You think so?
Just because it's not just arm wrestling, right? So anybody who's got some strength, like Dave too. Honestly, like once you get your head wrapped around the rules of it, it's pretty awesome. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I mean, like you can just lock your chicken legs underneath the table and you're all upper body. Boom.
Well, I don't know what he said. He tweaked the rules, but before you could go around one side of the table at least, so you can get around the table. Yeah.
Oh wow.
You wouldn't want to wrap your legs too much. Well, maybe in some situations, but like you're moving across that whole table all the time. It's pretty interesting. And you can also pin. You can also pin just by having the person's hand past the edge of the table, right? So it's like as soon as you don't have to pin them, but if you hold them outside of the edge of the table for a 3 count, and they lose. So there's a lot more levels to it. Yeah.
Oh, that's neat. I think that's especially being able to go around the side, because I think like arm sumo, you're kind of stuck on the one side or the other, right? Like some
Devin's always got to make things different and better and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, what's the Death Blaster ball game that he got going to? Like that's awesome. I was watching that. That's pretty entertaining. Yeah. So let's see here. I'm gonna go back to the questions here. So we got how many beavers did you trap this year, King?
We trapped 130.
130.
Holy.
Damn. Good. And then let's see. We got one. Oh, does Craig have an excuse for not showing up to the bottom 8 yet? I think that's been answered prior in the show. Watch the show. Yeah.
I can't answer.
You can't even give. I just use that as an opportunity to just be like, come on, are you paying attention? Look at this.
That'll be
all the trash is becoming fuel. All the trash is becoming fuel. Look at the sky. Yeah.
That'll be the question until I walk into the Jimmy's Sports Lounge. So
yeah,
he's just hoping that I don't show up, but that's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, Craig, I actually heard that you weren't coming anymore.
Yeah, I know. Everybody talks.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude. So there we go. I think. We're running over the end of the hour, and I think this has been an awesome show. Really, really enjoyed having you guys on here. Like this has been a blast.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Yeah. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank yous. And so I know. Let's see here. I don't know if Dave, do you have anything to add before we wrap it up? Or
yes, I'd like to say thank you to Alan and Craig.
No problem.
Especially Alan. I worked out with his old trainer. He talks about him a lot. He's a hitman. And
I'm trying to answer all your questions, Craig, but it's hard when I'm not there.
Yeah.
And Craig.
Oh, not Craig. Sorry, Dave. Dave, all the questions you've been asking me on Facebook.
Well, I try to ask you some questions, and all I get is blanks. But now I can talk to you.
Yeah. Okay. It's more than made up for it, right? We're good. Yeah.
I'd like to say thanks to Craig because he's the first one that got me on his first podcast, and he has the experience. He has the lingo. I think he's a smart dude. And thanks to Trevor, he did all this work.
Thanks, Trevor.
Arm wrestle.
No problem.
Meeting new people, and he did all the work because I'm like my flip phone and. I'm very lucky to have this young man.
Hey.
And if we just do a couple of these, so be it.
Yeah.
We like arm wrestling. That's right now I'm joining in 3 or 4 small tournaments after this. And I'm going into arm wrestling heavy. And you're going to see me at tournaments.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
And I'm coming out of nowhere, and I'm just getting trained now, and I just dropped like 50 pounds.
Good job.
So,
nice.
It'll be a little while before I get my man strength going. But we'll be good. Yeah.
Remember when I trained you when you were a kid?
I do. I remember. He showed me a lot of the like wrist control and like the hooks and Oh yeah. Little kid.
Like this. Yeah. I was a little guy with small legs, but I was benching 340.
Oh yeah, he was tough.
I had to get them to put anchors on, get me more weight. I had those plastic plates there, the York one, 25.
Yep.
And like I ran the Nosbonsing Marina back then, and
wow,
I had to get anchors off the boats because there wasn't enough weight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those cement plastic York friggin' weights are great. Great in the lake.
And always. Like I said, I always want to have an opportunity, and I got the opportunity. I'm one of the luckiest men in the world, and thanks, Devin. Because I'm 1 out of 8,000 or something that he picked, because I'm a funny guy, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a good arm wrestler like you guys, but I'm trying, and I'm gonna do my best. I want to win this so badly, guys.
That's what matters. That's what matters. And I mean, entertainment value.
Anymore. I don't like
friggin' pumping beavers. You know.
He's got to contact me.
Yeah.
Be my friend.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'm gonna trap him.
Yeah.
I put him in my cocoon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You see, we gotta get Juji's attention there. That's what it is. We gotta get him interacting a little bit and see.
The first time
right?
Neville told me, he said, Dave, his eyes were like this yesterday. He goes, "You might beat this guy." Neville looked right in my eyes and he said, "You might beat him. Your natural strength is coming out. The motion. He says it's all about motion. Learn your motion first. Your motion is everything. Get that perfect. Then I worked 5 hours with him now.
Holy.
Good.
I'm gonna break the record in YouTube hits if I could break his arm.
Oh my god.
No arm break talk. No arm break talk.
Yeah, no arm break talk.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I know that's what you got to say, but I don't want to see that.
PTSD.
Bowen today said his arm's going to break. Gobby said it. I say it once and I'm the bad guy?
No, it's all good.
See, we were joking, but what if his arm breaks? And I'm like, well, you know what? Just own it. You know, you're just gonna have the cast, and we're just gonna put I'm gonna draw a giant freaking beaver pumper on it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in the sport of arm wrestling wants to break another man's arm. I mean, you know.
No.
Everybody's want to break it. I don't want to break his arm.
No. It's not a thing to wish upon anybody.
No.
But like I said, in the moment, you can't think about that stuff.
Yes.
You can't think about the possibility of breaking your own arm, and you want to break that person's arm. You don't give a crap. And if you do, you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah, you can't let that weakness in, right? You got to be boom.
No.
Yeah.
But you have to realize one thing: you go in to win.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Or
that's what I'm
saying. Show up.
Yep, exactly. Good.
I'm going in, and I feel like I could shock the world. But if I do him, one guy told me, "I have no advice for you." I have no advice for you. That's what everybody's been telling me. That's when I hit the elite, the better arm wrestlers. But I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
When I want to get really mean, guys, when I want to get the mean look, I'll get the mean look.
It'll come.
Look at that.
It'll come.
Oh yeah.
This is mine.
see now if he takes out Ryan there, he has red hair now. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, you got eye herpes, eh?
Yeah.
Has the eye herpes there, yeah. I like
Ryan. Oh yeah,
me
too.
When John
great.
Brzezinski say my name today,
when
John Brzezinski said the French arm wrestling king, I had to pinch myself. Is this possible? I'm out there with the saying my name. It's something.
Yeah.
John Brzezinski.
That's cool. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
But I really love you guys coming.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to see both of you.
You too, guys.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks again. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up. So,
man.
So thanks for watching our first Beaver Pumper podcast, and thank yous both for being here. And be sure to tune in this Thursday at 8 p.m. We're gonna have Evan Burgoyne, Bad Company.
Man, I can't wait.
Yeah, he's gonna be on there with Chris Gobby. So we're ready for Trash Fest. It's coming.
Chuckles.
You're asking for it with those two.
See?
Good luck.
Yeah.
Lava next Tuesday. Lava and who?
Artem.
Ooh.
Artem next Tuesday.
Awesome.
Yeah. So some pretty awesome shows on the way. So yeah. So thanks again.
Talking with Tim Renton,
And
he's at.
oh yeah.
He said yes.
Great.
So Big Tim coming on. It's slow now, but I'm gonna build it slowly, hopefully.
Yeah.
And be honored to talk with these guys. I'm honored.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Great.
Thanks, guys. And thanks again, Trevor.
Hey, no problem. No problem. Have a good night, guys.
Hey, good night, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Night.
See ya.
Balls out. Take care.
Oh, was that great? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Thanks.